All right, what's going on YouTube? Counterpunch Boxing. Okay, look, today I'm going to do kind of a random type video because look, there really isn't any one thing that I think is like worthy of, making a 10-minute video about. But there's a collection of things that I think I can kind of throw it all together and it will be worth your 10 minutes, your 8 minutes, whatever it may be. All right? Okay. Well, first of all, right here, you're looking at a picture, fonfara versus Chad Dawson. Now, that will be on the or Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia undercard. And, hey, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be it's a good matchup. It's a good, it's a good comeback fight after, fonfara just got blasted by Joe Smith. But we'll get into that in a minute. All right, first, Gennady Golovkin. Now, look, shout out to the WBC for participating in the VADA clean testing program. So Gennady, his testing is underway, and from what I understand, so is Danny Jacobs. Now, what I don't like is Danny Jacobs entered the testing program kind of late in the game. I thought that was a little bit odd, a little bit unusual, but at least both of them are now in the VADA clean testing program. Okay. That's one thing. Hang on, let me see. I don't even know what pictures I have on here. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of random stuff today. Oh yeah, look, that right there. That's the Pacquiao Marquez fight when Marquez stepped on his foot. We had a little debate going on earlier. If that had anything to do with the knockout, and of course it did. Like I said, guys, this was gonna be really random. I am like totally unprepared to do this, but whatever. We're gonna go with it. Okay. In other news, hang on. Let me get the microphone. It's hitting my button on my shirt. Okay. AB Adrian Broner. Okay. Just a little quick update. The fight with Adrian Granados and Adrian Broner, it went from 142 pounds to 147 pounds. Apparently, AB Adrian Broner he got ill. Okay, he got really sick in his camp, and he called up Granados and his team and said, "Look, we got to move it from 142 up to 147 because I can't make it. I can't do it. Take it or leave it." And that's pretty much what he told him. He's like, take it or leave it. There's no negotiating. I'm the A side. You are the B side. Take it or leave it. And of course, Granados, being the warrior that he is, he's got the heart of a lion. He took it. Now, Granada. Now, honestly, I don't think it's like any kind of dirty trick or tactic by Adrian Broner because Granados, he has been at welterweight before. I think it was like fought what's his name, a Centron, I believe, at welterweight. But he's a bigger dude. He's got really long arms. Great reach. So and really so does Broner. But I think it kind of benefits Granados, Adrian Granados, to be at the welterweight limit instead of the 142. Okay, and like I mentioned, the Chad Dawson and the fonfara fight, which we'll break that down in a minute. Let's see, I've got yeah, we'll get to that in uno momento. What is that? Yeah, here we'll click on Gennady Golovkin. Okay, now Canelo Chavez. This is something else I wanted to. I thought about doing like an entire video about it because I thought the whole thing was really interesting. Nacho Bernstein said that he had a dream and he prayed. He actually prayed that Manny Pacquiao would hit the canvas at least one time, and he said God answered his prayer, and Pacquiao hit the canvas 2 times. So, and he said his next prayer was that that Chavez would be able to defeat Canelo. Now, what I like about Nacho Bernstein training Chavez right now, first of all, he's not going to put up with any of his shit. I think Freddie Roach is kind of like, hey, like when Freddie was training Chavez, he's pretty much like, I'm here. You want to do it? Come do it. Now I know Freddie Roach actually went to Chavez's house and like moved furniture around, moved his couch around to let him hit the mitts and everything. Like, he went through hell training him. But Nacho Bernstein, he's not going to play that. I mean, he's already told him like, look, if you don't show up, I'm done. I'm not playing games with you. And I think Papa Chavez, he just says, hey, you better do it right. Like, this is your chance at redemption right here. I mean, this is a huge fight, really, for the Mexican people. It really is. The day after Cinco de Mayo Day. So, but anyway, he said that he prayed like he prayed for Pacquiao to hit the canvas, that Chavez will be able to to handle the combination punching, and apparently they're working on a counter, for Canelo's. He's got the speed and the combination punching, and Canelo, he likes to throw that left hook. Like, he waits and he times you, right? Like when his opponent, when they throw the left, really the jab, the right, the straight, the cross, whatever, it doesn't matter. Canelo always like throws that quick check left hook. So apparently they are like dissecting what Canelo's overall style and coming up with a plan to counter that. But the problem, I mean, that we all see, right, is getting down to that, what is it, 164.5 pound catch weight. So with a $1 million penalty with any pound over, and like I mentioned before, if Chavez comes in a half a pound over, they're going to charge him a $500,000. I mean, if this dude comes in a quarter pound over, that's $250,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. And look, we all know that Canelo and Chavez, they both have made a career, beating up on littler guys. I mean, they come in with that huge size advantage, and the whole Canelo weight thing. They drain people down. They come into bigger guy, and that's what gives them the advantage. I made a whole video about Chavez. He would put on anywhere from 19 to 24 pounds overnight. I mean, within a 24-hour period, this dude would go from, like, say, 160 up to like 181, 182. Anyway, like I said, his range, his average was between 19 and 24 pounds, and that was, I forget the year, but that was like it was over a huge, like, stretch of his career. So like at least like 4 or 5 fights, like with like Brian Vera back then, those fights. But I'm not going to get into that. But my point is, both guys, well, not both guys, really. Chavez, he's really got a meltdown, and Canelo, he's completely comfortable. So Canelo, he gets that advantage. He still gets that advantage of melting a guy down and coming in really heavy. But the difference is here is Chavez can put on that weight overnight and come in, equally sized. So that's what I do like, that, as long as he can make that weight, he can come in and, make it a fair fight, okay? But I don't know, it's not necessarily fair because it'll be all water weight. I mean, that's all it is. He's just going to like bulk up with water, but it's better than nothing, so. But yeah, so look, let me go to the fonfara or not situation, but all right, hang on, guys. I want to show you guys something real quick. Where is it? Where we go? Chad Dawson. Okay. Now, one thing I want to know too, and I haven't really looked into it. Here's a fonfara right here, 28-4-0. Okay, and he had 2 losses like really early in his career, and then of course Joe Smith right there when he got like blasted. I think it was round 1 or round 2. I can't remember, but just annihilated by Joe Smith, and I felt really bad for him. Okay, and then losing to Adonis Stevenson, that was a unanimous decision, and that's probably one of my most hated guys in boxing. I think I named the... actually, you know what? I think I might make an entire video just highlighting the guys I don't like in boxing, because, I always talk about the guys that I do like, my top 10s, my pound-for-pound list, but I want to make a video about those guys. But anyway, Joe Smith, so I wondered, we really don't know a lot about him, right? And we'll get into the Chad Dawson. Like I said, Chad Dawson and fonfara on the Danny Garcia Keith Thurman undercard. But Joe Smith, 23-1. He had a loss, a TKO loss, really early in his career. And from what I looked at, he never avenged his loss. So let's see. Right there, okay, good. He's enrolled in the clean boxing program, the VADA clean boxing program. Nearly an 80% knockout ratio. That's good. That's good. I mean, but look at this guy right here. He beat Bernard Hopkins. Remember, he knocked him out of the ring, okay? Beat fonfara. And before that, I mean, he had decent fights. They're really just building him up. But check out this loss way down here. Okay, look, against this guy, Eddie Caminero, what the hell ever. TKO loss. This guy at the time only had 9 fights, but look at his, like, check this out. Watch, let me click on it. Boom, 9 losses. Shit. Okay, look at this. Okay, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you have, where is Joe Smith at? Where is it at? Where's it at? The win over, hang on. There it is right there. Okay, in August of 2010, see TKO, he beats Joe Smith TKO. So that was his only loss right there. I'm talking about Joe Smith. That was his only loss, and like I said, he never went on to avenge that loss. So I thought that was kind of odd. But anyway, guys, that's really it. I just wanted to make a random video. Like I said, we got Chad Dawson and fonfara on the undercard. I mean, hey, that's like shaping up to be a great night of boxing right there. I mean, I'm excited about it. I am, because I think, I mean, the thing with Chad Dawson and here, let me go back real quick before I end the video, because the thing about Chad Dawson, hang on, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. And fonfara, like I said, I mean, I think it's a perfect matchup, and I think they did that because they know like somebody's going to get knocked out, right? I think that's like the main reason. So look at Chad Dawson real quick. I think, you know, they're going for like a night of excitement, you know, and knockouts is what I think. So Chad Dawson right here, and I know you guys are familiar with him. But you know, winning or recently, 2016, January, March, and April, beating Cornelius White, okay, Dion Savage, but losing to Tommy Karpency, okay, beat Blades, lost against Adonis Stevenson and Andre Ward. Now, of course, we all, oh God, don't even get me started on that. Look, I made a whole video about that, about the Andre Ward, Chad Dawson thing. So I'm, like I said, not even going to get into it with Andre Ward. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to share the latest news with you. Like I said, we got Adrian Broner going from 142 pounds up to 147. Gennady Golovkin participating in that. And you know what, man? My hat is off to this man right here, Gennady Golovkin. What else does he need to do to prove, you know, to these people that he is a great champion? I mean, he's a clean fighter. He does exactly what a champion should do. Like, he is the definition of a picture perfect boxer, okay? And anyone that just doesn't give him the respect that he deserves, I mean, they're chasing views, okay? They're trying to, it's clickbait, it's garbage, okay? But anyway, guys, that's all I have. Leave your comment below. Counterpunch Boxing, we are out.